And I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. Being able to know that the videos that I'm placing out is truly resonating with you is such a blessing. That I know that the visions that I be having is at least helping not just me, but others instead, others as well. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching for a while and have not already, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, um, if you are comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, give you good vibes, or good information you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and needing spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today, it's trying to get my stuff out situated. It's called The Ultimate Test, when you face the people that was once abusive triggers. And that is so true. I was tested today, and it's like, when you're getting ready to get tested, because it's like when you're doing things, you'll have the ego or the devil on one shoulder, and then you see the angel on the other shoulder. Oh, my bad, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all. Wait a minute, hold up. I just totally skipped. The background music that I'm on today is called Spellbound, Powerful Third Eye Opening, binaural beat, subliminal uh, visualization, manifestation video. Okay, but yeah, coming in tune with your intuition. Those will talk to you. It's like breathe. Calm down, allow yourself to focus. Nothing can penetrate you unless you have that open invitation to allow it to affect you. And I was being tested, and you get tested towards everything, to see if you have really healed in certain places. You can be that type of person like, oh, this ain't going to irritate me. If I see such and such like that, I will still be the same person I was. You have had those moments where somebody has really impacted your life in the most negative ass way. That really has like really abused you in so many different ways. If you've been with me for a while, you know which ones that has really messed with me. I talked to one of my daughters today, and she was telling me about something. She was like, oh, my mom's ex-husband's wife called her yesterday, and she said her husband's sister passed away. And I was like, okay. And at first I was like, so she's like, well, tell your mom, if she would call him. And I'm looking like, I don't give a fat rat's ass, and I'm just like, Roslynn, don't be like that, because it's like, I don't have no animosity towards you, but when I've said I've detached those folks from my life, I've really physically detached myself from them. It was like, it's sad, because I really do love, I can't say she's my aunt, because I just don't, I don't deal with those folks and call them family, because that's not family. Those people are sent in my life to help me, you know, detach myself from old habits, any, toxic patterns. Um, she was very sweet towards me growing up. But it was like, I'm just praying for the strength for them. But I did not even, it wasn't about, I didn't care about her, but I didn't have any feeling when I heard that. But it was a daggone shame when I sit up here and hear about Kobe, and his daughter. Now that brought me down, like really, really brought me down, even though I did not, I wasn't like, a basketball into basketball like that unless I was playing basketball. I never really watched it, unless I was dating somebody and we just watched the game or something like that. Or when I used to go to my mom's ex-husband's house when he used to watch it, I used to do that. But other than that, I wasn't really into it. But yet, there was so many people that said the same thing I did, you know. But it's just the impact of that, just because you're being a parent and you don't even want to imagine a parent having to go through all that. So, but yeah, it was like, I went ahead and, I said, go ahead. And then I just see my angels like, Roz, don't be that way. And I'm just like, ugh, all right. I'm like, I don't want to call them. I said, shoot, when my dad died, they laughed at me, but I'm just like, no, I'm going to be the better person. Because I remember, even when people act ugly towards you, you still be kind. Because it's like me, not saying that, they make me mad. It's just like, I mean, your well-being is no longer my, I don't care. I just don't care. But, I was being that person. I said, I'm going to be the better person, allowed myself to communicate, sent well wishes. And, I really didn't have anything to say. Usually when you get off the phone with somebody, like, oh, okay, I'll talk to you later, or love you, bye. I was just like, what do I say? Because if I tell him I'm gonna talk to him later, that would be a lie, because I don't want to talk to you. But it was just like me being able to, um, just basically being able to allow myself to be kind, send prayers and well wishes. I don't like to hear anybody who has lost a family member or a close friend or anything like that. Death is always sad, but that didn't affect me. And I noticed that as, me just thinking about it. I said, this is a shame. I cried over Kobe and, all those different people that, passed away, that, there's family members that, needed them to be home, or, they had planned for that day, and then that happened. I mean, really, that really got to me. But when dealing with this stuff I did earlier, it just didn't, I just didn't allow myself to go there, and it was, they were talking about how they really miss me and want to be in my life. And I'm just like, you lied about my whole identity during my life. You kept me from my family for financial reasons. You were living off of my trust fund. What makes you think I want to have you in my life? And I'm just like, you know, you aren't being honest. You're not being in my life for genuine reasons. You want to be able to keep yourself out of trouble. But, I appreciate the offer, but no, I'm good. This is my third time talking to you in the last few months, and I'm still saying the same thing. It's not moving mountains for you to be in my life. I'm not needing anybody in my life like that, because it allowed me to see how I used to be. I always used to try to please him in all kind of ways, just for, to feel like a parent, to be proud of me of something. They would never really, it's like if I did something that was truly good for me, and they were like, oh, well, congratulations, but if it's something I did bad, they couldn't wait to talk about that. They love to do that. And it was just like, it doesn't move mountains for me. It was like, well, you don't want your dad in your life. My dad died April 23rd, I mean 21st, on 2016. No, that's the last parent I have. I don't have anyone that's still here, and I allowed myself to really detach myself from those things, for the last few days, or last few months, actually. There's a lot of things that has came up just for me to be able to part ways with. And when you're allowing yourself to really heal where you deserve to have that heal from, it's really easy to be mad. It's really easy to, fuss and cuss about all the things that has been done to you by certain individuals, or certain things that they have placed you in. Yes, you have every right to feel that way, but you're allowing yourself to concentrate on the negative. Because it's like, it's a messed up thing to go through things, especially when people have deceived you, lied to you, abused you in so many different ways. But when you allow yourself to heal, take every day, you can't sit up here and say, okay, by the end of the week, I'm going to be all healed. When you allow yourself to see the growth that is growing inside of you, when you allow yourself to be grateful for every experience that you have been placed in, because it taught you something of value, allowed you to see the strength you have gotten from every milestone that you had to cross, you know, um, being able to be placed in those certain predicaments, I didn't allow myself to come out of face, because I mean, that would be too easy, because I'm glad I'm not the old Roslynn, because he would have got cussed out from the rooter to the tutor, been cut from the, from sternum to appetite, with those type of words that I would have been placed in, I would have placed on them. But it's just like, why am I going to do that? Because I'm not giving you my power. You don't phase me, and I always say, the most dangerous thing of a person when they no longer care about your well-being. I don't, I wish you well, I told him I wish you well, I hope everything is right. I wish you well. I pray for you. I hope all is well, but I just don't need you in my life. No, because I never want to be able to look over my shoulder like, okay, are they going to try to put arsenic in my food? Are you going to make me swallow cyanide? I don't know. I don't, you got too much for you trying to keep me quiet for, and I don't need anybody in my life like that. So just being able to allow myself to really sit there and see, because it's like when the universe is testing you, because everything will go quiet. They're just trying to see how you're going to respond to things. How are you going to are you going to allow this to trigger you? Are you going to allow yourself to maintain your strength and stay strong? Because he was hitting some points like, when you're empath, you hate being lied to. And I can feel it. I can hear the thoughts that was going on in his head. You trying to strategize, and it wasn't working, Billy. It wasn't at all. So being able to go through those things was so much a blessing to me. And it was like, I know I made the right decision, because not even 30 minutes later, I was listening to my music in my headphones. And the song that I always said that reminded me of the things he's done to me, it was off of the show called Empire that Justin Smollett sung. And I sent that to them when I first found out all the things they did to me. And that was, the confirmation that you made the right choice. Anytime you have decided to allow yourself to love yourself more, allow yourself to value yourself, your worth, all the things above, for yourself to maintain that that boundary. You're setting healthy boundaries for yourself. You're not allowing people to be in your life just because you're lonely, because when I saw him, just think about him in my head, it's like I really looked up to him. At one time I was, you know was able to call him dad. I mean, saying that D word and when applying it to him, it makes me want to vomit. I'm just like, no, you don't even deserve that. I'll just call you by your last name and just leave it at that. But I allowed myself to really see this person has done everything up under the sun to me that, you know, I feel like you know, it's a blessing, because I feel like anybody else that would have went through these situations that I've been through, and you find out everything that I had to go through, because like I tell y'all, I don't tell y'all every single thing, but I tell what matters to help you out, to look at look at the things that you're going through and the things that you're healing from. But I really went through a lot of dark things that I don't talk about. And for me to be able to maintain that positive vibe really let me know you are healing. You have healed because you didn't allow yourself to come. Even when they were using certain words to make me just want to go off and just straight, boop, I didn't do that. And I was just like, look, I had to cut them off. I'm like, look, hey, I wish you well, safe travels, whatever you're doing with her, you know, um, blessings to y'all. But, I hope all is good. And then I said, well, I got to end this phone call. I couldn't even say I'll talk to you later, whatever, because I know I would have been lying if I would have said that. So, but it was just like, you kept on trying to be in my life. I'm like, dude, no, because you're not doing it for genuine reasons. When people really care about you and, you're adopted, I've never heard of anybody not really, they're adamant about you not meeting your family. Why? Especially when I say something like that. It's like I can see if I had you robbing a bank, doing something that, that could really, place you in certain situations. You're doing that for yourself. So, I told him that's not love, that's control. You want to have control over me, and you don't have that. You will never have that ever again, you know. But I told him I wish you well, even though, he was coming out of face with me, and I'm just like, hey, calm your noise. I ain't get loud with you. Don't take it there. And I was like, don't take it there. Because I said, my words are very fierce. I can go there, but I'm not going to go there. But when you allow yourself to really, really allow yourself to see that your abusers don't have power over you. You know, these situations, like I told y'all yesterday about the video, people are sent into your life. We have negative patterns that we are constantly going through, whether it's our thoughts, how we judge people, how we view people, you know, how we react towards certain things, how do we take part in certain things. There's certain things that guide us in where you know good and well hell you shouldn't be in. You allow yourself to, you know, you have to tell yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my time? Is this going, the reactions or how I'm going to see certain things or, you know, answer certain things, is this going to take me 10 spaces back? You have to allow yourself to be nurturing and loving towards yourself, even when you got to deal with the people that you really need to face. There's done everything up under the sun. When you allow yourself to maintain a calm voice, you know, calm vibe, because you always have to know you have the upper hand of that, because this is how you choose to put up safety boundaries. When you have to allow yourself to be able to face the people that abused you or triggered you in some kind of way, you have to be able to maintain that balance and make sure you keep boundaries. It's like when you see that a conversation is about to go into an argument, cut it short. Hey, this is not what I'm doing. We're not going to do this. If you want to argue, you can argue by yourself, because either I'll walk away or I hang up the phone, whatever kind of communication that you're going through. Allow yourself to know these are no longer your emotional triggers. These are actually positive gifts for you to reflect and know those certain situations that broke you in so many ways are going to be the same thing you can use to step into your power, because these things had to happen to you for you to be able to recognize how powerful of a warrior you already are. You know, we had to go through these things for us to be able to remember it. You had to go through certain situations, endure certain situations for you to understand you always had this power. You just had to go through something that very traumatic for you to be able to know you've always had that. You always had it. It was always there. But through those times, you had to go through a really dark situation, maybe a few dark situations. And it really showed itself. And it's, you know, that was an ugly monster for you to have to face. And it can put you in a shock mentally, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, all types. But those are the things you had to go down that road. You had to be able to go through, you know, facing things that you ran from. You had to allow yourself to come to terms with things. Either you can allow yourself to hold on to these triggers or these abusive memories as a coping mechanism for you, you know, because a lot of times we hold on to that and just say, I remember this, and this, and that. But if you're using it as an example and then you allow yourself to break away from that, you know, don't allow yourself to really go back there. And when certain things come up, they're allowing you to see, you know, is this still triggering you? Is this going to really affect you in that way? When a memory comes up and it no longer carries that emotion, that's letting you know you detached yourself from that memory. You detach yourself from the person who gave you that memory. You're allowing that person and that memory that is going to strengthen you in ways that you really needed at that time. Just to be able to know you got this. You got it. You know, you had to be able to go through these different things in life. You know, when I can look at the people that has really, you know, abused me, you know, I'm glad for those. You know, I'm glad that they put them in my life, because these are the things that showed me my love for myself, my self-respect, you know, being able to know that they don't have power over me is up to me where I decide to engage at. There are certain things that I allow myself to reflect in as well as I don't reflect in, or I allow myself to react or I don't react. You know, you always got a choice. Sometimes you're like, I don't have a choice. Yes, you do. You do. You have a choice. You know, people can, you can like, oh, this person's getting on my nerves. If they're getting on your nerves, it's because you're allowing them to. If you already know it's one of those type of people that trigger you, you know, and there's some people that you be around and they will throw you a bone just to see if they have that power over you. Or when they feel like, oh, I don't like seeing her happy today, so why don't I, you know, do something to her just to irritate her. I have that a lot. I deal with that a lot. And then those things are being sent your way just to be able to break you out of that negative pattern to whoever has done that to you. They don't control your happiness. You do. Even if, when they try to throw, dirt on your name, talking bad about you, and saying what they want people to believe about you. Because once people, you set boundaries for those people that has triggered you, abused you, or any kind of way, or you're allowing yourself not to fall for the BS that they used to put at you. When they can't control how you do things, oh, they'll control how people see you. Trust and believe that. But it's up to them if they choose to want to see the truth, or they're going to go by somebody else's insecurities. Because when it comes to sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissistic people, um they want that art of control. And that was where I seen that was coming right there today, in big bold letters. I'm like, I know you got to be quicker than that. I was like that daggone State Farm commercial, like that old man with that dollar up on that, on that fishing line. I'm like, oh no, you got to be quicker than that. You got to, no, I already know the game and I know it too well. So being able to do that, I allowed myself, I patted myself on the back, because it's like, the last couple of times I've had to engage with that person, um, I kept my cool, even though I know what they have done, what they lied about, what they were hoping I wouldn't remember. Violating somebody's mind is not a good thing to do, especially when you find out they violated your mind and knew how to allow, help you not to remember certain things, different techniques and stuff. It's a very hurtful feeling, going through all the things I've gone through. I mean, really put me in a dark place. But then when I'm seeing all the things that I'm doing, all the things that I'm learning, all the things that I'm achieving, it's so beautiful. It doesn't allow me to look at all the pain and stuff that those folks put in my life, but it's allowing me to be able to feel the blessings that I'm getting from the times they have placed certain things on my life. And I can truly say, you know what? Even though I hated what I had to go through, there's always a reason behind everything that happens to you in your life. There's always a reason why certain things fall the way they fall in your life, but it's all about what you choose to do with it. That's the big question. Are you going to allow certain things to get to you because of other people's insecurities? Because they, when people are not happy with themselves, they're not happy with their lives, normal people don't come in your life and disrupt it. When they're coming into your life telling you they love you, but they're showing all things that does not mean love. This is not representing love. This is representing abuse. This is representing insecurities. These are representing, everything negative. This is love doesn't supposed to feel that way. When love, like, if that's what love is, I hate to see what you would do if you hate me. But these are the things that I allowed myself to really see. This is where your strength is held at. When you're going on that road and you're facing a lot of things that has emotionally took you to that dark place. I've lost so much, but I've gained much, much more. you know, Allowing myself to be on video and telling people the things that I've achieved, the things that I'm going through, the things that, has harped on my life as well as other people's lives. It's not fair for you to have to go through a lot of things like this in this hurtful situation, because there's a lot of people that I've came into contact with and they open their lives up to me, telling them the things that they have really gone through. People that were once like close friends, close lovers, close family members. They became your worst enemy. They became strangers. You don't know this person. Like, this is what was here this whole time, and I'm just now seeing it. The veil had to come off. You had to live that experience. You had to endure that experience. Really, like traumatize you in a certain way to have you shook. And then you had to go down this little thing called spiritual awakening. And then you had to experience that so bad. And then, not every day is positive for me. There's days I sit here and cry. Right before I was doing videos, it was like, I was getting a lot of downloads. And when I was getting a lot of downloads, there was a lot of songs that comes in that resonate with the things that I'm going through. Or there's things that is being showed to me about not just me, but others, other brother and sisters too. And there's beautiful things coming for us. There's so many different things. It's like staring us right dead in our faces and we don't even know it, but they're preparing you for it. You know, from what I'm, like I said yesterday, it's like hidden in plain sight. It's like it's like whatever it is, it's already here. They're just preparing you to get ready to open it up, you know. But these situations that you have endured, trust and believe. Trust and believe. These are the same things that's going to strengthen you in ways you didn't even know that you needed. Allowing you to know, these things that, take place in your mind. Um, they're not going to always be there. Everything is temporary. you know Allow yourself to separate yourself from illusions, because you're just playing your part. Whatever, all the things that you're trying to work towards, that you're trying to bring in your reality, is already written in stone for you. But you just had to go through the trials and tribulations, for you to be able to be gifted of those things, because you truly deserve them. You've been through hell and back at least 1,000 times. Hell, you probably got a couple of people that know, hey, I know you, Susan. Where you been at? Girl, ain't seen you on the wall. Something like that. There's people that down there, because you've been there so many times, and it's just like you allowed yourself to be strengthened through those dark times. You allowed yourself to know, even though I went through hell, it's just your choice. Are you going to allow all these things as negative, to go parlaying with them all the time? Or are you going to allow yourself to separate that and allow more positive things of love and abundance to, positivity, raising your consciousness, your frequency towards the things that are better needed for you. You had to endure those things. It's just like, when you feel like, oh, I can't go through this, I don't have the patience to deal with it anymore, and that's the main reason why you're going through this, because all the things you say you can't do, that's the reason why you got put in that situation in the first place, because they don't want you to keep saying, I can't, because there's times I'm like, I can't, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that, I'm tired of doing this. And that's the reason why you're still in the situation you are, because these situations are teaching you what you need to know is already an illusion. You just had to go through this just to say, this ain't real. I'm not going through this. You have to already tell yourself, this is not nothing. These are just trial and errors. You had to go through this. You're strong as shit. Excuse me. You're strong as I don't know what. I'm trying to correct myself. Um, you're strong. You really are strong. You're fierce, but it's up to you for you to be able to see that. You people already see it about you, because if they're not, they wouldn't be working so hard on trying to distract you if you weren't. You wouldn't have nothing valuable. They see this coming your way, they wouldn't be trying so hard, to poke, throw you a bone, or trying to riv you up, or trying to aggravate you. When people do that, because they feel threatened by the things that you hold, the light that you have, the strength that you have, because they don't feel like you deserve that. When you deal with a narcissistic person, they will always tell you, oh, I never did this, or I never did that. I heard it today. I'll go to my grave. Yes, and just the sickest, darkest stuff, I know that you're willing to allow somebody to suffer because you don't want to see them happy. Now, that's some sick stuff. Really is some sick stuff, and especially when it's supposed to be your child or your grandchildren, and it was just like, I really had to pray for you just for that, and I said, well, let me hurry up and get off this phone before I end up getting struck for your BS. I'll be damned. I do no, I will not. I said, I'll hurry up and get myself off the phone for that one. But allow yourself to see the things, that will be your ultimate test. You have been through hell and back, frequent fire miles up there. You're probably getting your holes punched in, get you a little discount. So allow yourself to know, allow yourself to see the certain situations that you're being placed in that will really work your last nerve. Is going to be that same situation that's going to, help you detach from anything that is being applied to as negative. Things have, when you're in those dark situations, or when you're in those, dark situations, and it can really take you there, you know, you don't have to allow yourself to go there. It's your choice. I feel it when I deal with it. And I cut it short, like, hey, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to do this. You can say whatever you want, but I'm not going to listen to it, or I'm just like, are you still talking to me? Or you doing it to somebody else? I'll just do something like that, because I'm not allowing myself to, deal with stuff. I know it's just like, there has to come a time when you're going to say, this is my happiness. I don't give a dag if you feel like I deserve it or not, or you feel, nobody's supposed to dictate, where your blessings are or how much blessings you get. They wouldn't want somebody dictating their stuff, so they need to not dictate you. And when you have people constantly coming at you, allow yourself to see you must have something very valuable for people to keep coming in your life. And they see you living good, or they see that you're improving and you're healing, and they be bothered by that. That shows a lot about them, that they need to start paying attention to themselves and start healing where they need healing, and stop worrying about what you got going on over here. And allow yourself to grow, because these are the things you need in life. You deserve these things. Don't allow yourself to keep that spotlight, allowing that trigger to be famous. Don't allow that trigger to be famous. I look at all the things that I've been through. My toxic relationship allowed me to see that I love myself. When you love yourself, you're not going to allow somebody to come into your life and disrupt it because their life is all messed up. Or there's people in your life that you open up to and tell them your weaknesses, and as soon as they open up and they know the weaknesses about you, they will use them against you just to see if they're able to get to you like that. But you allow yourself to see these people are placed in your life, allow you to show you the strength that you have. These people don't have power over you. These people are hurting themselves. you know um, they need to heal in certain places. When people go out their way to poke fun and laugh at your shortcomings and all these different things in life, that shows you a lot about them. Nobody, normal people don't go back mocking somebody for their downfall or talking bad about them towards others, um, just to have something to say. So it's just like all the things that I went through. I'm glad I went through it, because it allowed me to know my worth, know where I truly need to validate myself, and not looking for an outside source to do that. Be very picky and selective about what people know about me and what they don't, or even the company I keep. It allows you to really evaluate those things, because all these things that you're going through, trust and believe me, those are the blessings that are coming in disguise for you. A lot of times it's hard to look at it like that when you're going through so many negative things. And a lot of times we don't realize just the energy that we got going on and keeping up is the main reason why we're still in those negative things. It'll come as soon as you're over one thing, another one comes back. But it's just allowing you to know this is where you need to heal. These are the things that you need to really detach yourself from. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Lord, it's been the most two depressing days. It was a very emotional day for me. I got mad because I wanted to go ahead and work out, but it's like, after this incident that happened just day before yesterday, I mean, it just opened up, a lot of sadness, and it made me not motivated to do anything. But today I'm just like, I send prayers out to those families that were affected, because a lot of people are saying, they just talking about those ones, but there were so many other people that was involved. I seen a couple of, videos about different people that were speaking up, and my heart was just breaking for them. So please keep continuing to pray for them. They're going through so much right now. um, but allow yourself to heal where you need to heal too, because you do deserve all the happiness that it is to adventure in your experience in your life. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Christiana, Tanja Schultz, and Miss Laura Beth 377. Much love to you. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Share. Um, uh, Give me a thumbs up. Tell somebody about the channel. They may enjoy it. Um, and drop me a line so I can give you a post notification shout out here. If you want to be able to communicate with me, but you don't feel comfortable with telling your business here, I truly understand. If you want to, get in touch with me, you can look me up under Facebook Messenger, not my page. I don't know if you have to send a Facebook request or whatever, just to get me on my messenger, but just go ahead and send me a short text. Let me know you're from here, and let me know the things that you needed help with on your spiritual journey, and I will try my best to help you out. If not, I'll send you in the direction that you need to help you out. So I will see y'all later. I'm sending so much love and light out towards everybody. um Know that you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always someone out there praying for your better days. And I will see you on my next video. Much love. Peace.